that I was in there said, "I want you working with me weeknights." And I said, "Well, I would love that." And eventually it happened, and that was an for me an honor to work with the legend, Larry Stockner, and his support through the years, always encouraging and supportive, and the thing I remember most about Larry, his sharp sense of humor. I mean, he was funny, and a lot of times he was saying things and didn't even really necessarily intend to be funny, but everybody would start laughing, and he would start laughing too. He just was so quick-witted and could turn a phrase so eloquently, and it meant so much because I knew when I got here, he was already, one of the premier anchors of the history in the Triangle, and that he was so supportive of me and believed in me and wanted me on his shows. That meant a lot. And when I got there back in 2007, he said, "Finally, they listened to me." So that was he was the greatest. I thought the world of him, still do.
Yeah, well, all this week we have been sharing our memories of Chris as he prepares to retire after 30 years here at ABC11.
And tonight we're taking a look back at Chris out in the community, covering some of those memorable weather events and a lot of topics, and how we've all counted on Chris through the years.
Hi, I'm Chris Homan, and welcome to the Museum of Life and Science in Durham. Here's the hurricane now. A pretty broad eye. It's become a little diffuse, but the eye just offshore from the Cape Fear coast. Now, despite their careful nurturing the past several months, experts aren't quite sure what will happen to these loggerhead turtles once they're released into the ocean. But by late afternoon, severe thunderstorms began forming over the heart of Carolina. Lemurs are native to just one island off the coast of Africa, that being the island of Madagascar. Today, the hurricane hunters out of Keesler Air Force Base in Biloxi routinely fly into tropical storms and hurricanes. A new exhibit is under construction here at the aquarium that's set to open later this year. Its main attraction will be a creature named Shredder. This is Shredder. And a combination of wind and water that many folks here on the Outer Banks had never seen before. Now, just a year later, life has turned good for Romeo. He's not only put on just a few pounds, he has a brand new house, a few visible signs remaining from last year's killer tornado. The smashed remains of this store are one exception. This is a fairly typical March day here on Grandfather Mountain. The winds are sustained at 50 to 60, and earlier there were gusts close to 100 miles an hour. One of the endangered species in Laos is the binturong. It's considered a delicacy over there and is even used for folk medicine. More than beer cans and soda pop bottles littering the banks of Falls Lake, some of the trash is as big as the back seat of an old car. Mica is still recovered from mines like this one all across the mountains of western North Carolina. Now, if you don't think junk mail can be a problem, consider this. The average consumer receives about 100 pounds of third-class mail a year. A lot of people wait to buy their Christmas tree until the day before they're going to put it up. But tree growers say the best thing to do is go ahead and buy the tree now. Probably an EF1 tornado, which isn't a high-end tornado, but still the winds 100 miles per hour, maybe a bit greater than that. There are signs by late next week or the weekend we back into the 80s where we should be, which will be a relief.
Yeah.
Considering what's coming.
I think you just sold some people on a trip to the beach this weekend. That's looking pretty nice.
I think we should all go, right?
Yeah, let's back.
Yes.
We went deep into the archives there, Tisha. But what cool adventures Chris has had all across North Carolina and beyond over the years.
I didn't know you liked animals so much, Chris.
Yeah, when I was doing weekends, I started on weekends, and I had a segment called Earth Watch, and I did environmental stories, and the station sent me all over the state to do stories, coast to the mountains, and I had a great time. I don't remember some of those, though, but they were a lot of fun. Yeah, I enjoyed doing that. Yeah.
We keep asking you every day, are you ready for this? Any second thoughts?
Well, yeah, I mean, it is going to be tough tomorrow. I admit, like I said yesterday, I may need Steve or Brittany or somebody to come back me up, because it's going to be tough to say goodbye to you guys and all the wonderful viewers over the years. But we'll see how it goes tomorrow, right, Steve and Tisha? Thank you so much. We do have big changes in the weather to talk about in the next few days around here. It's going to get hot again tomorrow. That's the day to be out and about if you want to hit the pool, the beach. Not that the beach will be terrible this weekend. It will be much cooler with some showers, especially Sunday, much cooler. And then we bounce back next week. And Memorial Day itself is looking to be a really nice day.